Welcome everyone to the final day, thanks to snow and inclement weather, of the 4A1 district tournament. We have your hometown Huntsville Lady Eagles versus the Gravette Lady Lions. I am, along with my cohort, the legendary man himself, Coach Tyler Brown. We are looking for an unbelievable whole afternoon of action, Coach.
Yes, sir. This will be a great game. We're looking forward to a great 4 games.
Absolutely. It's going to be a huge 4 games. And there's still plenty of time to come out. But if we understand, a lot of back roads are still in pretty bad shape.
Yes.
But we are here for you. Just stay tuned in. Coach, this is a big one for the Lady Eagles.
Absolutely.
I mean, the winner gets to move on and advance and play I guess they would play as the 4th seed more than likely.
Yes, sir. They'll play they'll be the 4 seed coming out of our conference, and they'll play either whoever wins this game will be the 4 seed, more than likely.
More than likely, well, I believe so.
Depending on Berryville Green Forest, 3-6. If there's no upsets, then the winner of this one would be the 4 seed, and they'd play the winner of Pottsville and Waldron down there.
Oh man,
we went and watched them last night. Both teams pretty good.
Yes, they really are. Both. I saw Pottsville earlier this year, and they really are really good.
Yes.
Lanky. They know how to stretch the floor. There's Julie Emmett, first 2 points on the board. Coach, 3 times in a row. That's pretty tough, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Last time we played them, score 52-42, but the game, that's not indicative of the score.
No. It was
Give you the starting lineups right now for Gravette. That was Mira Russell, number 20, number 5, Lily Sharp, 00, Palmer Pittman, Kinley Harris, number 33, and Kennedy Flint, number 22. For your Lady Eagles, number 20, Maggie Ritchie, number 22, Kelly Bollinger, number 21, Brooklyn going up strong. That's Brooklyn McCartney, and, of course, Julie Emmett. I hope I said number 3, Maggie Foster. I may have missed that one.
You did now. If you didn't, you got her now.
That's right. Boy, I tell you what, Palmer Pittman, 5'2". Coach McCone's going to take a quick timeout and discuss. Coach, what's he talking about right now?
Well, I think he's a little upset because it doesn't seem like we're ready to play very much right now. And usually a timeout like this will wake everybody up. And also the nerves, I don't think our girls program has went to regionals since actually I think my wife's senior year, 2018. So this is a big game, and everybody can kind of feel the pressure of it, and they know they're good enough. And right now I think they just need to settle in. I'm sure that's what he's trying to.
Well, that is awful nice of you to make sure you're going to hear this at home. Just to be honest, you're going to hear him shout out to his wife, as a good husband does, all throughout the broadcast.
Absolutely. You got to get your point somewhere.
and no, it really is. And of course, Gravette coming back. We want to welcome Coach Pittman back.
Yes.
Good to see him this afternoon. I mean, Coach Pittman, he gets the most out of his girls each and every time.
Yeah. He's an unbelievable coach. I've been fortunate to be able to watch him, and when I was a kid, I didn't really pay attention to the coaching as much as the playing. But now that I'm a coach, I pay attention to the coaching, and you can absolutely see that he gets the most out of every single one of his players.
Boy, big shot by number 20. Mira Russell, she has 5. No, pardon me, she has 4. Brooklyn, that is her move, just off the mark. Foster comes away with it, throws it inside to Ritchie, no good. But Bollinger, my goodness, you're talking about a spark plug jumping in there.
We're getting some good looks, Huntsville is. Just got to be able to finish it. Yep, that's travel.
And something else to be thinking of, guys. I know Coach McCone not nervous by any means yet, because we've, outside of a few practices, and really only one really true hard practice because of just the road conditions.
Yes.
They haven't been in the gym together.
No. They just need to get in the flow of it.
Kinley Harris on the Foster pulls up. Ritchie Matter
stay
of fact,
with it.
and not playing all week does affect you.
Absolutely. Boys and girls, it doesn't matter the gender either. Just being out for a while, it can put a wear on you. You get out there, you get fatigued a lot earlier, and when you get fatigued mentally, you're going to make some errors. So looking for both teams to kind of settle in, but it looks like Gravette kind of has. They're kind of playing their speed right now.
Well, Gravette just happened to be here Monday night. Had a had a battle with Gentry. Was it 44-40? I believe was
so.
the final score, and Gentry led. Well, Gravette led. Gentry come back and pretty much controlled the majority of the game, and then Gravette fought back. Foster. Will's going to call a timeout. 9-7. Now, Coach, your Will, Coach Pittman this time. What are you telling your kids?
Well, I would let them know that we're in control of this game right now because they have been controlling it, and Huntsville's getting too many second chance opportunities. They've only capitalized on a couple of them now, but they've had so many throughout it. They're getting a lot of the loose balls, even though Gravette's full court pressing. It doesn't feel like they're getting some of those 50-50 balls. So I'd just be putting an emphasis on getting some of those.
Well, it's going. I know he's wanting to get a lot of, what would you say, a lot of intensity, a lot of hand grabbing.
Absolutely.
To really try to get into our mindset a little bit.
They're wanting to pressure us real and make us play their pace because our girls, we'll play fast every now and then, but we like to set it up. We like to run stuff, and they're trying not to let us get anything set up.
And that's going to be up to, people like Maggie Foster. She's going to have to be able to keep us under control.
Yes.
And she does a great job. She's done a great job all year.
Absolutely. She likes to play the way she wants to play, and she don't usually let anybody speed her up. And she's really good at controlling the game for the Huntsville Lady Eagles. Hopefully Brooklyn's okay down there.
Boy, it's a knee. Guys, we're going to take a quick break. We will be back. We are back. Alexis Pillow is at the line to shoot two. Brooklyn McCartney just was able to walk off on her own power with no assistance. So we'll get an update as soon as we can. That's very encouraging to see her walk off on her own.
Absolutely.
Pillow goes 1 for 2. Coach, I really think give us the keys to victory for the Lady Eagles.
Lady Eagles, they rely a lot on their shooting, so they need to shoot fairly well at least. They need to play sound defense. I believe last 2 times they've played the Gravette Lions, they had 19 going into the fourth quarter last time. It was 42-19 going in the fourth. And then the other time, I think they held them to 21 total. I could be wrong on that, but I believe it's close to that. And so they need to play sound defense. They need to rebound well, and I believe they can do those 2 things. It'll take care of itself.
Matter of fact, right now, Gravette is just 1 point away from their whole first half total last game.
Oh, wow.
They had 12 going into halftime. And they have almost got that eclipsed here in the 5 minutes of the first quarter.
You know, and that kind of goes back to what you were talking about earlier. It's hard to beat someone 3 times. You know, especially Coach Pittman, he's going to have a different plan. He's going to really put some emphasis on it, especially with as much as on the line as this game has.
And you know as well as I do, Coach, when you are that, I don't know if you've ever been that third team where you've been on the back end, where you've lost 0-2. You go in with a, what do we got to lose mindset.
Yes.
Matter of fact, this is a play-in game for Gravette.
Yes.
Because if this game didn't happen, your Lady Eagles would be in regionals.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
Absolutely.
So this is a play-in game for Gravette. So they're coming in, Coach, with that mindset of, hey, it's just, we're going to go out there. We got 5 fouls. We're going to try to control it the way our game, and we're going to leave it on the floor.
I'm with you on that. In reality, of course, you want to be in the Lady Eagles position. But whenever you kind of look at it a different way, you kind of want to be in the Lady Lions position because, like you said, what do you have to lose?
Maggie Foster was 6. Tied up at 11. First time we've seen it tied since 0-0. Shot up and no good by number 5, Lily Sharp. Emmett, boy, she really liked that one.
I thought she was going to.
Well, she's going to get this chance. Patience paid off.
Yep.
From a contested to a wide open.
And Coach McComb's not going to have any problem with Julie Emmett shooting a 3.
Oh, when she crosses that half-court line, which in old-timers call it the timeline, she's wide open. There's Sharp again. Oh, missed 2 of them. Foul's going to be on Pillow more than likely. It is. That is her second.
Number 10, Kristen Miller checking in for the Lady Eagles. And for the Lady Lions, number 11, Parker Pittman, and number 23, Lauren White.
Lauren White and Parker Pittman checks in for Lady Lions, and for us, Kristen Miller. Coach, of all the players, I love them all, but Miller seems to be she brings a different type of atmosphere when she gets on the court.
Yes. She's kind of like the boys' Chase Estrie, just so athletic, gets all over everybody, able to rebound well. She's able to run the floor well. She's kind of got that natural stuff that you can't teach.
Well, and just right there, her being out there, man, she saw that cutter. She saw the old curl from Emmett. Instead of trying to create a move, she made a great pass. Easy bucket right there. Emmett now has 7. Well, I'll tell you what, Sharp's got the green light tonight.
Absolutely.
Or I guess this afternoon. Coach Pittman might disagree with me, though.
It seems like that might be the game plan. If you got an open look, let's try to take it.
Miller, that's her favorite spot. Rebound by Ritchie. Boy, Coach McCone wanted that complete turn on that one. That's how you beat the zone right there. Just
good look.
Left to right, right to left. 32 seconds.
Oh, got tipped.
0-0. That's going to be Palmer Pittman.
Is she a freshman?
She is.
That's what I thought.
Bollinger for 3, just off the mark. 14 seconds.
Number 24, Addie White checking in for the Lady
Addie White
Lions.
checks in for Sharp. Referee found a hair tie. I can tell you it's not mine.
Yeah.
12 seconds. Lady Lions should have the last shot. I can tell you that's not the shot Coach Pittman wanted.
I don't believe so. Believe so.
Well, we're going to take a break. 16-13, Lady Eagles on top. We'll be back. Missed an opportunity Gravette did right there by not trying to get the basket and then coming out in the second quarter with control of the ball.
Yeah, they could have got double the points there. You know, our Lady Eagles, they kind of switch back from their zone to man a bunch of different possessions, and I think it can be hard sometimes for teams to dictate what exactly zone or man they're in. And I think they thought they were in man there, and they were in their 3-2, and it was easy to guard that ball screen for them.
Boy, I'll tell you something else I love about Maggie Ritchie. She always includes a ball fake.
Yes.
Bollinger for 3. Man, she's also one of my favorite players.
Absolutely. I like this team. You know, they have a bunch of grit. They play pretty hard, and I like the way they shoot the ball.
Boy, I tell you what, that's a killer right there. Number
Yes,
24, that's Addie White. That's a killer because, man, you've just now taken momentum and you give up that rebound putback.
Yeah, it kind of gives Gravette a little bit more life. You felt like you're about to take it from them, and now they have a little bit more again.
Great job by Foster on the curl, Emmett on the handoff. 21-15. We'll have our Farm Bureau question of the day coming up in just 1 minute because Coach Brown loves these question of the days.
Oh, I love it. I love it for sure.
Well, I tell you what, you know, you're right. Going from man to zone, and especially as a player.
Yes.
Because, Coach, talk about it. As a player, just coming in and then all of a sudden see it switched on you.
Yeah.
What does that do?
Well, you know, if you're a pretty smart player, you try to make reads. You try to read what the defense is going to do. And if the previous one you made a decision and you might have made a mistake, but you realize what it was, like, okay, when I come down the next time, I'm going to try the same action. I'm going to try to fix it this time. Come down and you run the same offense, and then the defense is different. You know, that can be real confusing.
Well, and you also pointed out something. You're talking about the overall maturity of Gravette. They're young, Coach.
Absolutely. They're really young.
I think we've seen 2 players that are seniors. Number 33, Kinley Harris, and then I believe number 23, Lauren White. But the rest of those, and then you add maybe 1 or 2 more, they're all coming back.
Yeah. This is, you know, Coach Pittman's probably pretty proud of this group. You know, being real young. They were the 8th seed starting this tournament. They've struggled throughout the year with how young they are, and they're showing a lot of fight. They got a chance to make regionals today.
Foul's going to be on number 33, just the one we were talking about, Kinley Harris. Her first, team's first of the second quarter. Palmer Pittman back in. And then, of course, Emmeline is just checked in. Emmeline Henry for the Lady Eagles. Shot is up, no good, boy.
There's that
rebound by Miller.
That athleticism.
And then automatically Henry goes in there and just gets a hold of that.
You know, Henry and Miller, they're both very similar players as far as the athleticism, sticking their nose in there and doing a lot of the dirty work.
Matter of fact, the first game that I got to call, I had them switch. They look almost the same, too. I mean, when you look at them, they're about the same height. Both of them, you know, have kind of black hair. And so for like 1 quarter, I had switched them.
I could see where you did that, too. And they're both fast. They both very athletic.
I'm just glad that nobody that knew them watched, because I'm surprised that I didn't get a text or something.
And you know that would have got to him for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
There's Henry again getting in there.
Held ball possession going to the Lady Lions. 21-15, we've kind of hit that lull. That's the one thing that always affects the Lady Eagles. They're always, just maybe 1 or 2 times this year, they've not had that lull in scoring.
Yes, yeah,
And we're in that moment right now.
And now they need to rely on their defense. And the good positive on today is offensively, even though they're in the lull, they are getting good looks. They're getting plenty of good looks. They just need to make sure they're focusing on it and making them.
And the officials have allowed a little bit of contact. I mean, they've tried to clean it up to a certain degree, but they've allowed both teams to get a little bit. And I think it really plays into us a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because I know our posts love throwing an elbow or two.
Oh yeah, and you know, you kind of talking about the maturity thing. You know, we're a little bit more mature than them. We got a lot of seniors out there, a lot of seniors and juniors, so it's our advantage.
We're at the we're probably at the 3-minute mark since scoring, Coach. Matter of fact, we reeled off 5 quick ones, and then we have kind of shut her down. Addie White gets the foul. Lily Sharp checking back in along with Maggie Ritchie. Thank you for tuning in to Eagle Sports Vision Network. I mean, I've got one of the great coaches here of our Huntsville basketball, Tyler Brown. And it's just been exciting to see, there she is, Krista Miller. It's been exciting to watch these Lady Eagles. Coach, could you imagine coaching those Lady Eagles today? I mean, that pressure would be amped up a little bit, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. You know, we kind of talked about it earlier. Is these girls haven't been in a big moment like this in a while, and they got a chance to do something in the program that hadn't been done in a long time, and I know they feel it, but they also know that they are good enough to do these things.
Foster.
There's another great shot.
With 10.
Kind of starting to pull away a little bit. Gravette probably needs a bucket here. It's been a little bit since they've had one.
Absolutely. They've only scored 2 points this quarter. And that's the one thing that's helped us out in many situations is that when we would go in that lull, that little drought, our defense would also cause a drought for the other team.
Yes.
Boy, number 33 taking it hard. That's Kinley Harris.
Tough finish.
Kinley Harris.
Oh, Emmett, good-looking shot.
Great look.
And as a shooter, that's what you want. You want to catch in that shooter's motion.
Yeah, yep. And she likes that corner.
Sharp looking for someone to pass it to. And Coach Pittman screaming, move. 0-0. That's Palmer Pittman. Foul's going to be on Miller. That is going to be Miller's first, team's first. Checking in for the back end for the Lady Lions, number 11, Parker Pittman. And I will say, you remember back in the day, probably about when you was a senior, maybe a junior, there was a little bit of Foster picks up her first, team second, about hair covering the numbers.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember that, but there was a little bit of talk like, hey, we need to, have them either cut it or something.
Yeah, yep.
You could tell it didn't go far.
No, it didn't. Definitely not. And, when I was at Kingston, we had a bunch of girls that had the longest hair I've ever seen, and they'd cover up their numbers all the time. But, yeah, my sophomore year, we had some boys that had long hair like that. We didn't have it very much after that. Coach Stafford didn't like it. But we had guys with mohawks and stuff. But he definitely had a team rule after that. But and those guys were awesome. They were great characters, great team guys. But, yeah, they definitely had some hairdos.
Oh, collision. I think they just gave us a 50-50, and Brooklyn's back out on the bench. That's a good sign, Coach. I mean, she's moved back out. And
does she have an ice pack on her knee,
does,
it looks like? Hopefully she's all good to go. And
that's solid leadership, too. I mean, wanting to come back out and is to get that ice pack on there, but support our team.
Absolutely.
25-18, we are at 60 seconds. Question of the day, Farm Bureau question of the day is, who is celebrating a birthday today that was the first Major League Baseball manager to win a World Series in both the American and National League?
Oh, Keith.
No, it wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. 40 seconds.
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. Big Red Machine. I know you at home goes, how does he not know this? How old is he?
I'm 26.
Lily Sharp. Boy, I tell you what, that lead cut to 5. Sparky Anderson.
Sparky Anderson.
Sparky Anderson won 2 with the Big Red Machine, which was Pete Rose, Johnny Bench, the Cincinnati Reds, and I want to say either 74-75 or 75-76, and then ended up going to Detroit and winning in 1984.
Well, you know, I've never been a big baseball guy. I tried to get into baseball when I was young, and we were out in the yard practicing, and I saw him on TV swing and let the bat go. My brother's catching behind me, and I swing and let the bat go and knock his 2 front teeth out. So that was the end of my baseball career.
Oh.
That was the end of my baseball
Foster.
interest.
Also checking back in is Palmer Pittman. As you can tell, I grew up crazy, poor out in the middle of the woods, so all I could do is read. I have a time life set of just nonsense up there.
He's got some facts for sure. I like it.
Oh, that's going to. That, unfortunately, for Coach Pittman's asking what happened. I don't know if he saw the collision. One's supposed to always go under. And usually as a coach, you're usually saying the left side to just not, what is the question I'm looking for, our statement. To make sure that doesn't happen, usually as a coach, we say left side go inside, right side go to the outside.
That way they're not confused and they don't have that mishap right there.
And that's why I think Coach Pittman was looking at like what happened there because, well, I'll tell you what, Maggie extended that lead 26-20. We'll be back in just 1 second with some coach talk.
I need to hold it up like this, Keith, or?
All right, guys, we're back. We're talking coach talk right now. We're seeing Gravette down 6. If you're Coach McCone, you're seeing your team go face man-to-man defense. Coach, what's one of your favorite man-to-man plays?
You know, at Kingston, we had a set we like to run a bunch, and you know, and you got to have good players and to be able to run anything. And so we were lucky enough to have some good players, but we would a lot of times we I won't say what we called it, but
we'll call it A.
Yeah, we'll call it A right now. But we'd get in this formation, and a lot of times we'd have our best player with the ball, our best one-on-one player, which, in my opinion, beating a girl one-on-one is Brooklyn McCartney, but she's kind of out of the game. And then I think our best shooter is Julie Emmett right now, so we're going to try to get her here. We'd have 2 screeners right here come down and set a double-wide screen. Julie's going to come off this screen here, come to this corner. Depending on the defense, if they're chasing her, obviously she's going to use it and try to curl up a little bit, make it easier on her. As she goes, this girl's going to come up for a swing pass. They're going to try to pass here, pass to Julie for a 3. But if Brooklyn or whoever this would be would notice, if the girl chases Julie here and these girls are going to get caught up with the screen and be trying to fight over it or around it, they usually turn their back to the ball and have no idea what's going on. And this girl might be so worried about Julie that she just absolutely chases her, has her back to her, and has no idea what's going on either. She might be able to get a one-on-one right here and go score. It actually got our best player his first in-game dunk last year.
Really?
Yeah, he dunked it on a kid. And then over time, if they keep going back and going to ISO and they realize it's an ISO, then that swing pass happens for the 3. So that's one of my favorite sets.
Coach, I appreciate you. That's Chalk Talk right there, sponsored by Calvary Baptist Church. I tell you what, we are back. It is going to be I'm assuming this is going to just be a big old fight on our hands, Coach.
Absolutely. I'm sure Coach Pittman went in there and got them fired up to try to come out here and keep battling. And I know Coach McCone's got them going the same and trying to be focused and doing their jobs.
Well, I know when Coach Pittman is when he comes out to sit down, that means he said all that he could say.
Yes, yes. You know something I noticed? I don't see Brooklyn McCartney out there, even on the bench.
She's at the very bottom.
I see her now.
Foul's going to be against Lady Eagle number 3, Maggie Foster, her second.
Second personal, first team foul.
And let's talk. Let's go back. Maggie is on the floor right now, along with number 22, Callie Bollinger, number 32, Julie Emmett, number 20, Maggie Ritchie, and number 10, Kristen Miller. And I'll say Callie Bollinger picks up her first foul, team's second. Leading all scorers for the Lady Eagles is Maggie Foster.
Yeah, Maggie Foster's kind of turned it on the last month or so. She's played really, really well for these Lady Eagles.
That shot is good by number 33, Kinley Harris. Give you the starting lineup for Gravette to get your scorecards. Oh, look at that, Emmett. Just what you were talking about in Chalk Talk right there. She's a phenomenal shooter.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go with the Lady Lions. Number 22, Kennedy Flint. Number 33, Kinley Harris. Number 5, that's Lily Sharp. Number 20, I believe. Yes, there's with the ball, Mira Russell. And 00, Palmer Pittman. Lily Sharp.
Right now, Gravette's done a good job of taking advantage of us overplaying on defense a little bit. You know, we're trying to deny those passes. They've cut us back door. They got 4 easy points off of it. Ooh.
Well, I tell you what, you're looking there at number 20, Mira Russell. Oh, that's frustrating for Coach Pittman. I mean, 2 great looks.
Yes.
And Coach McCone's not happy that we gave him 3 great looks.
Right now, Gravette's out hustling on that end, and didn't take advantage of it on that possession.
Boy,
though.
great curl by Bollinger.
Great look. That's back-to-back great looks for the Lady Eagles. Both teams are getting good looks. Both teams.
Sharp.
She's been a beast on the boards this
Number
quarter.
33, that's that senior, Kinley Harris. Kinley Harris now has 10 points. Also, Sharp has 6. She has 2 threes, I believe. Coach, 3-point ball game. Coach McCone, what's he talking to his kids about?
Right now, finishing down on the offensive end. You know, they're getting any look they want right now, and they just got to be able to put it in the hole. And then down here on defense, they need a rebound. Gravette's just gotten a lot of offensive rebounds, 33 in particular, and they're making them pay on that.
Well, you realize, you think about, hey, the maturity, that's one I think as a coach in the back of your mind, you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to overreact to these little runs because, girls basketball is notorious with runs.
Yes.
So don't, and I think Coach McCone just wanted to settle them down a little bit and talk about, hey, let's refocus here.
Yeah, I did. Let them know they're going to have their runs. We're going to have our runs. Can we limit their runs, though? Can we focus back up quickly and get back to playing our brand of basketball?
Bollinger. Kristen Miller. She has 4 off the bench. I believe Miller has 4 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, and an assist. And a deflection. Maggie's looking it up. Bollinger.
Oh.
Great block by Emmett. Boy, Palmer Pittman. 30-second timeout by Gravette. We're going to take a quick one with them. We'll be right back. Pittman's go check in and out. Palmer comes out. Parker goes in. I believe the Gravette fans wanted to walk.
I think it was either that or shot clock. I don't think the shot clock had started. I think it just now went after they started yelling about it. Good rebound by Kristen right there.
Well, some would say it was a pass.
I think so. I think that was intentional, They're in the same grade. They've grown up together. They probably have that connection.
They probably do.
She said, hey, Kristen, I'm going to shoot this a little short. It might get tipped a little bit. It's a pass, though.
Ooh.
Tough one there.
Foul. Kristen Miller, her second. Harris goes to the line to shoot 2. And so far, there's not been a team that's just dominated the free throw line, and I think that's what's kept the score about the same.
Yes. Gravette early in the game had their opportunity to pull away, and Huntsville did as well in the second quarter, and neither team could do it.
Bollinger. Boy, still by number 20, by number 22, that is Flint.
Great play by Foster there.
Alexis Pillow checks into the ball game. I believe they first said it was going to be Eagle ball, Lady Eagle ball, but then Coach Pittman, the referee, just got excited. He really, the right call happened.
Absolutely.
Well, that is not a walk if you're on the dance floor. That's a moonwalk.
No, yes.
I mean, the way she's just strutting there. You probably never did the moonwalk.
I never could. You know, I remember always at my house trying it when I was a little kid. Never could get it down.
More great ball movement by your Lady Eagles. On the floor right now is Emmett, Pillow, Bollinger, Foster, Miller.
I think Emmett got caught up there being indecisive. She thought she was going to pull up and then kind of stopped, and then the travel happened. It was a good take, though.
Boy, great job. That's Emmett's second block of the quarter. Coach McCone asking for the push. And he might have had a real argument.
I think he did, you know, and I mean, I'm sure he's going to tell Callie later, too, that this is the district semifinals. We're not going to get all those calls, too.
Well, I can tell you he's going to, whenever they come back down on their end, he's going to remind them the number of fouls.
Absolutely.
4-0.
Absolutely. You know, we picked up 2 in the first 24 seconds.
That foul was on Emmett, her second. Right now, we're not in foul trouble, but we're on the cusp of having to have some coaching thought going on, because we've got on the floor Foster with 2, Miller with 2, Pillow with 2, Emmett with 2.
Yeah,
and we still got a lot of game left.
Absolutely. You know, that's a lot of girls with 2, and hoping they can survive this quarter with no more fouls.
Palmer checks in for Sharp. Yeah, the only time you like seeing that many 2s if you're playing Yahtzee. Coach, if you notice when you were playing, it's always harder to tie your shoes when everybody's watching.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that, you know. There's also times you might be a little tired, so you might tie it a little slower on purpose.
Especially if you're wanting to break momentum.
Absolutely. I could be wrong, but
there's Pillows picked up her third.
I think Gravette might have got away with a travel on the inbounds. I think number 11 jumped up in the air to make a pass and then came back down.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of that, so I didn't know if she got into the air or not.
I couldn't for sure see it anyway because of Gravette's bench, but it appeared that way, and she might not have.
Emmeline Henry checks back in. Coach, it's a 2-point ball game. This free throw is really big.
Absolutely. We need to get this rebound if she misses. Big shot by the freshman. You know, she's been big time for him all year. That's got to be hard, especially her only being a freshman and coming up. And she has a lot on her plate, too, because she's one of the ones that makes them go.
The only other senior for Gravette just checked in. She's at the bottom of your screen. Her and Emmeline are going to battle. It's number 23, Lauren White. And she's tall.
Absolutely. Good cut. Good take by Bollinger.
Foul's going to be on number 22, Kennedy Flint. Her first. Team's first of the whole quarter.
Addie White back in for lay lines. Bollinger has one shot remaining.
Eddie White checks back in, and I'll say it looks like he's giving his kids a little breather right here, Coach. I mean, he's almost playing a little chess game.
Yeah, I think I've noticed Coach Pittman does that quite often. You know, he tries to be real decisive about when he gives his kids breaks, and I think there's a time thing that he does it, and I've been trying to watch a little closer and try to figure out exactly how he does it.
Extends the lead 35-32. Russell over to number 11, who just was off the mark, Parker Pittman. Ooh. Boy, that was really scary. Anytime you see a foot go on top of a ball.
You know, and that's one of the coach's biggest worries when boys and girls are shooting around, a bunch of them. They'll leave those basketballs sitting right there by the baseline right under the goal, and you always got to go, move the ball, because there's always going to be one kid doesn't really see it, and he's going to step on that ball, and it's a scary deal. Big shot there.
Mira Russell. She has 8.
You know, she played real well against Gentry in the first round.
Foster has 13. One thing we haven't really mentioned, but maybe once, was a shot clock.
Yes. Here comes 33 back in. She's got a lot of rebounds in this quarter alone.
Along with Lily Sharp.
Particularly
Lily
on the
Sharp and
offensive
Kinley
side.
Harris checks back in. Sorry, Coach.
You're good. Hopefully if you're Lady Eagles, they block her out, and she's gotten a lot of good looks for them on this offensive end from the rebounds. We'll see what she does here. Here's a shot. Got a hand on it.
Foster had
Good
the numbers, and
pass.
she takes it.
Miller. Foster on the assist.
Boy, Miller. Foster
That's a
picks up
big
her
one.
third.
That's a big one.
Personal foul charge number 3, Maggie Foster. Third personal. Palmer Pittman shooting 2.
33 seconds. Boy, there's a lot of thinking that's got to go on right here. Palmer Pittman.
Matthew Richard back in for Lady Eagles.
You know, I think that's a good move there by Coach McCone. It's a little scary to keep her in with 3 with only 33 seconds left. Now you can look at it as they're going in the offensive end, but you never know what could happen. It might be a transition defense. You don't want to put her in that bad situation.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of issues, especially when you're trying to break this little man-to-man. Not really a press, but it's more of an irritant.
Yep. They're just coming up there trying to be a nuisance, trying to harass you a little bit, and maybe make you make the mistake.
That's it. And we haven't seen it tonight, but it is real easy for a dribbler to finally get a little elbow after frustration. So
Yep.
that's a great move by Coach McCone.
Absolutely.
Just to say, hey, we'll hold on 6 seconds. Emmett,
Great
great
move.
spin move. Eyes it, tries it, and buys it. And I'm telling you what, 5 points. 5 points. That's exactly how we ended. Well, actually, it was 26-20. They only beat us by 1. 8 minutes left, Coach. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. This is a big one for both teams. This should be fun.
Well, I'll tell you what, this 8 minutes, we're going to take a little break, but this next 8 minutes defines and decides who goes on to regionals. We'll be back. All right, 8 minutes, Coach, 480 seconds. This day in history, I know you're a history buff. Watching Maggie Ritchie go strong. On this date in history, this happened. It is described by this statement. Do you believe in miracles? Can you name that game?
Is it the hockey game?
It is. When U.S. beat Russia, our college kids
Yes.
versus. Do you believe in miracles? That happened on this day.
Yeah.
1980.
You know, that's funny. 2 years ago, I was at Kingston, and we went to regionals. We were playing the 40-0 County Line Indians.
Yes.
And one of the Alpena coach, Coach Roberts, great coach, and he tried to give me some advice, and he tried to give me some motivation. He said he brought up that game and said 9 times out of 10 they might beat you, but there's that one, and tonight's the one. And we lost by 40, but so tonight that night wasn't the one.
That night wasn't the one.
You know, it felt good to hear it.
Bollinger.
Helen Bollinger.
Right now on the floor for your Lady Eagles. Emmett's going to be at the top of the screen along with Emmeline Henry. At the very top in the corner is going to be Kristen Miller. Bottom is Callie Bollinger, and at the bottom will be Maggie Ritchie. Coach is saving those. He's saving those two, Pillow and Foster, for they both have 3 fouls. They're not in foul trouble, but they have 3 fouls.
Yes, yeah.
Saving them, Coach. When do you bring them in?
You know, I'd say about the 4-minute mark if we can. If it gets a little ugly here, you might bring them in a little quicker. With them only having 3, you can bring them in quicker. If they had 4, I would wait till I absolutely had to. And right now, if the Eagles can, if they can keep getting those good looks like that and play good defense like they have been this quarter, I'd say they might be able to keep them over there for a while.
That's right.
Definitely want them in the game, though.
Oh, absolutely, because you need to get them those minutes right now after being off all week.
Absolutely.
Ooh. For the Lady Lions. Double zeros on the floor. It's Palmer Pittman, number 22, Kennedy Flint. Number 20 is at the bottom of your screen. We've talked a lot about Mira Russell. As a matter of fact, number 33, Kinley Harris, she leads the Lady Lions with 12, and she's tied for leading on the court with 12 with our Julie Emmett. Foul is against Lady Lions. That is their second. That's Emmeline's first points of the game with 1 more to shoot.
I don't think that pass was intended for Emmeline, but it worked out. It worked out.
Don't matter.
Got her to the line, and she hit both of them. 11-point lead now.
Boy, great defense, denying them that opportunity to run their kind of, I'm not even sure how to describe their offense. It's kind of side to side.
It is.
Shot is up and no good by Sharp.
Gravette does a great job on the offense side of the ball of trying to get those rebounds and try to get them some second chance looks. Or they've done a great job in the second half in particular.
11-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Lady Eagles, and it's a quiet extension too.
Yes.
It's been the old-fashioned, kind of that old-fashioned basketball, free throws and hard defense.
Yep.
Coach Pittman's going to take a timeout. We'll take one with them right here, 47-36. 2 timeouts left for Gravette. Great inbounds defense by your Lady Eagles. Pittman on the shot, no good. Number 33, that's going to be Harris on the rebound. Sharp. And just like we talked about runs, not getting too, boy, that's a great job by Richie. And not getting too excited too early, because when you haven't played, you're going to be rusty.
Definitely.
You're going to try to have to get your legs underneath you. And, of course, Gravette they took full advantage of that.
Absolutely.
But now the Lady Eagles have slowly just pretty much dictated second quarter on.
Yes, they have.
Second personal, second team foul.
Harris, strong move. That's going to be 3 on Kristen Miller.
Third personal, third team foul. Harris at the line with 2 shots.
She's a good-looking player.
She is. I wasn't sure if she was a senior or not. She's one of their seniors.
Yep, she and number 23, Lauren White, who checks in sporadically. And you know, both of those, like whenever Lauren comes in, I mean, she takes that height dimension. I mean,
Yes.
she really becomes that stalwart in the lane.
Absolutely.
49-38. Coach Pittman screaming, "Don't reach." Boy, Richie, great job.
Brandon foul touch number 20, Mira Russell. Second personal.
Foul on Russell, her second, team's third.
At the line shooting 2.
You know, one of the things that we've not talked about, and man, the Lady Eagles have done a great job tonight. Unforced turnovers,
Yes. Yeah.
minus a couple walks from time to time.
Yep. Yeah, and I believe those have been almost all of our turnovers for the most part.
I think early on we had one errant pass that we ended up throwing to Coach Pittman.
Yes, and then one right here where Callie almost stepped on the ball.
And outside of that, I mean, we've played besides 3 or 4 walks, we've played an extremely clean game for us.
And Gravette's been getting all over us, trying to make us play a little bit different pace, and we've handled it fairly well.
Boy, Harris. Great job by Emmett. Sharp.
Big shot.
3-point basket. Lily Sharp.
Lily Sharp has 9. Ten-point Lady Eagle lead. Halfway through the fourth quarter, winner advances to Dardanelle. And if we stay the 4th seed, that is going to be the Pottsville
And Waldron.
Waldron, yes. I almost said Boonville, but and you know, a lot of people would say, "Oh man, you don't want to face either one of them teams." Yes, you do.
Yes. Yeah. You know, you're going to be where Gravette's at right now, where they have nothing to lose, it feels like. You know, people don't feel like you're supposed to big shot. People don't feel like you're supposed to win, and that's a lot easier position to motivate your team right there.
And whenever you're building a foundation, that's what these girls are. They've done a phenomenal job this year. Coach, I mean, you know, as you said at the first of the broadcast, maybe the last time was the other Coach Brown. First time that they will be back in regional, so this is a foundational builder.
I believe so. This is big for their program. You know, that's when things like that happen, it usually trickles down to the younger ones, and they start to see it.
Well, you've got those freshmen. You've got like Sadie Foster, Maggie's sister, moving
Yes.
up. I think they've been up here to shoot around some.
Yeah. Big thanks for the girls program if they can hold on to this lead. And not to bring up my wife again, but the last junior high team that was in the district championship was my wife's team. So this program is turning around a little bit, and hopefully that they can keep it going.
Well, so what you're saying is your wife is unbelievably stellar. Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely, yeah.
We know who the real great coach is.
Absolutely, Coach
Yes.
Brown.
No, I tell you, I was trying to think. As soon as we start trying to name all the freshmen moving up, we'd miss one. But I know that, like I said, I see Sadie here and Izzy here. I mean, they've been at the shoot around, so they're getting to see this foundation and the work that's gone into it to get these Lady Eagles to where they're at.
Absolutely, and it's talking about basketball, but you can talk about any of the sports. Our girls sports at our school is really going up. We have really good athletes here, and we got girls that want to win, and they're learning how to win at a young age, and that's a really good thing for all programs here at Huntsville.
Well, and we also, we've got the real Coach Gosviner, and then
Yes.
we've got River.
I hope he hears that.
Well, I can tell you, Kelly Bollinger, with her at the half segment that she did earlier in the year, she was talking about how she really enjoyed volleyball, the state tournament being here, which is, our athletic director, Dave Preston, man, kudos to him to bringing that here for us.
Absolutely.
To show off not just our facility, the activity center here, the AT and Georgia May Smith Activity Center, but also our whole community really stepped up. Our booster club, the Hoopsters, and our volleyball team booster club. Everybody jumped in there and put their hands into it. Boy, great job by Smith. That is her 8th point. Or Miller. I said Smith. Miller, yeah. Smith's on the other one. But Miller. But Coach, I'm telling you, both Gosviners, you and Coach Brown, like you said, all of our coaching staff is stellar. I mean, they're pouring their lives into it, and we're starting to see, the benefits of that.
Absolutely. We got a lot of young coaches here at Huntsville that really, really are passionate about what they're doing and care about these kids and want to do the best they can for them.
That's why if you're sitting there wanting to go, hey, I've got an athlete, man, I tell you what, Huntsville's the place to be. 2 minutes, 56-41. Boy, Foster's checked in. It's getting a little feisty out there.
Yeah, 33. She's a senior. She definitely doesn't want her career to be over, so she's giving everything she has here at the end.
Emmett at the line. And and also, I'll tell you one thing, when you look across the board, our whole conference, there's just a lot of great schools. Each
Absolutely.
school has some unbelievable. I love the gym at Gravette. I love going there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
I love the atmosphere. Of course, we play Bearville, and oh my goodness, that atmosphere is something.
Oh yeah, they got one of the bigger. They got an arena as well, but it feels like a small gym with how loud it can get in there.
Of course, Green Forest still has that old gym with a lot of great memories in it, from Coach Condard all the way up to here. That gets loud in that gym.
Oh yeah, we when I was at Kingston, we played in the holiday tournament, and we played Huntsville last year, and so that's 2 local teams playing in a championship game, and it was so loud in there. It was hard to talk to my boys right there in the huddle.
Well, just like when we were there with your wife's team, not to bring her up or anything, because I know we haven't
Definitely
talked
don't
about
want to do that, yeah.
But we were in the championship game against Bearville, and we had a good turnout. But, Bearville was on the other side. We're on one. It was so loud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my wife's right there, and I can hear her trying to talk to her girls. I can't hear what she's saying, though. I just see her mouth moving. That's how loud it is in that place.
Oh, I thought you were talking about last night at home. I don't know what she's saying, but I just saw her. Yeah, because husbands, that's something.
It's a skill they learn.
You'll learn
it's a skill
that
they
over
learn.
time.
Yeah.
Yes, honey.
You nod your head yes. Yeah.
And then you'll know that when you hit it right whenever she says, "You act just like my kids." They don't listen to me either. Pillow picks up her fourth, just checks in, and automatically picks up a fourth. Look at her. She is frustrated. She's like, how did that just happen?
Yeah, just not been her way today on as far as the fouling goes. But good thing for our Lady Eagles with her being on the bench a lot with the fouls and Brooklyn being out for most of the game. They seem to have taken care of business and hopefully punched their ticket to regionals.
Shot is up and good by number 20. Mira Russell. Bollinger finds a great, and she does a great job getting out of trouble. Foster. Foul's going to be on number 24, Addie White. Foster's going to shoot 2. We're a minute 25, 17-point. Lady Eagle lead, 18.
Lily Sharp back into the lane lines.
Lily Sharp. Second one is up, no good, 60-42, 18-point lead. Now, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong. We're still not sure because it really depends on how the girls' game finishes out, correct?
Yes.
I believe that's right, because if we have the better record, we'll go in as the 3rd seed, right?
Yeah. So if Green Forest upsets Berryville and today, then we'll be the 3 seed and Green Forest would be the 4. And that would put us playing the loser of the championship game on the other side.
And so, as it's going right now, we're just going to talk about, let's just say that everything works out the way the higher seed wins today.
Yes.
Right now, we are the higher seed over Gravette. A 17-point lead, pretty comfortable with 66 seconds left to go. It will show tentatively, please. You'll need to check. I know Coach Preston will send this out a little bit later. But, Coach, that means that if everything goes as planned, tentatively we'll play Wednesday at 7.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Against either Waldron or Pottsville.
Yes, sir.
And I know we're both kind of sitting there going, we hate to even announce that, but I know some of you may be trying to make plans next week. You've stayed in long enough. Boy, Emmett missed it, but right there, Krista Miller on the putback. She gets double digits. She's at 10. And if all of a sudden we end up going to the 3rd seed, we're going to play at 4 o'clock. On Thursday.
Yes, sir.
I'd much rather play Thursday, honestly.
Yeah, then that's when the boys will play, so that'd make it easier on Huntsville fans and people everywhere.
And when do we play Thursday? We play
at 8:30 at night.
Oh,
on
my
Thursday.
gosh.
Yeah, it's going to be a late one, all the way in Dardanelle.
The Sand Lizards.
Yes, sir.
The only positive about going to Dardanelle is that you can go to Russellville and eat.
Yeah, and Russellville's got plenty of good places to eat.
Oh, they've got some phenomenal places. They got CJ's Burgers. They've got
Fat Daddy's Barbecue. Fat Daddy's Barbecue.
Yes.
Old South, I don't know if I know it burnt down a couple of years ago.
Old South is back.
Is it back? That's a good place. Good job by the Lady Eagles today. And great fight by the Gravette Lady Lions.
Well, Coach Pittman we'll talk about our subs, Coach, over the next 30 seconds. He just subbed out his center, Kinley Harris. Kudos to her. I'm telling you what, 14 points on the night. Listen, man, I tell you, even as we're going to win this one, my heart feels for her because she played unbelievably well today.
Yes, yeah, she had a lot of fight. She had 14 points. She might have had 14 rebounds too. She did
absolutely
everything she could to give her team a chance to win this game, and she did well. She did real well.
And now for us, Foster, Bollinger, Emmett, and I believe that is going to be Richie. Nope, Richie's still on the floor. Emmeline is out. On the floor right now is going to be number 23, Macy Ramsey, number 15, Allie Walker. Richie's on the other side, Pillow. Coach, I'm blind on the bat. That is
And then
Emmeline's
Emmeline's still in the game. The one you got
Miller.
confused with
See,
early.
I told you
yeah,
I'd get those
it's
mixed
Kristen
up.
on the bench. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I feel like an old coach, that just calls her kids by the wrong name.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, your coaches didn't do that, did they?
Oh, no, we always had nicknames. So mine was the easiest nickname to not get confused with. And, I stand at a whopping 5'3", so it's real hard to get me confused with other people. They just called me Little Man.
For Gravette on the floor right now is number 4, Addie Lawson. Sharp has the basketball. Down at the bottom, number 11 is Parker Pittman. The other senior, number 23, Lauren White on the floor. And let's see. Sharp, Lawson, number 20, Mira Russell. Well, that does it right there. Kudos to Gravette, man. And again, you hate any team to lose, but they're extremely young. Coach, they look really good going forward, don't they?
They definitely do, and they're bringing a lot back. And their junior high was not bad either. They're going to bring up some girls, so they'll be just fine for the next few years.
And so, as we're going to just tie this up, Lady Eagles move on. They advance. They live to die another day, so they're going to play in Dardanelle next week. It will be in UK. Tune back into us. I think Tyler will be with me for the girls' game.
Yep.
Berryville versus
Green Forest.
Yeah, Green Forest, and the winner of that will dictate when we play. Either it's Wednesday at 7 or it's going to be Thursday at 4.
Yes, sir.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you're staying safe. Hopefully you're healthy. We look forward to seeing you next week at Dardanelle. God bless you.